Welcome back. I'm surrounded by a sea of ingredients here, but that's because we're going to make a healthy shake today. I used to in the past take water or something and throw it in with some protein powder that was loaded with chemicals and thought I was doing myself some justice, but I've learned that I wasn't. So today I'm just going to talk with you briefly about, or give you some options or ideas about shakes and things you might want to add, and I'll explain very briefly about the different things I put in them and why. So the first thing I always do is add some ice. And I don't add that much because I don't want it that cold. I don't want to have my body have to fight for digestion. So I add a little bit of ice just to keep it cool but not very cold. I always add some orange juice. Well, not always, but today we're going to add some orange juice, but as you notice it's unpasteurized, which means it has no damage from heat. I add a little. It also has live enzymes, or hopefully it still does. This is some cranberry. It's non-sweetened. Cranberry is really, really good for your urinary tracts. It also has some great things in here to break up fatty globules in your lymphatic system. So it's really helpful. It's very bitter, so the orange juice will sweeten it up a little, but I add some. But many people know about the benefits of cranberry. Raw bananas, or raw banana actually. You can't beat this. There's a million reasons. We all know the healthy benefits of bananas. And also it makes this shake very cohesive. Garlic, something you probably never thought about throwing in your shake, but a raw clove of garlic. There's 100 benefits to eating raw garlic, and most importantly it helps purify the blood, among many other things. So I always eat garlic when I can, and believe it or not, with all these ingredients you won't even taste the garlic, or if you do, it'll be actually helpful in creating the shake of this taste. The taste of the shake, believe it or not. One of the other things I always do is I add limes whenever possible. If they don't squeeze well, I use a lime squeezer. So yeah, this will build your forearm strength and make you huge. All right, so we put some lime in there. Vitamin C is in lime. There's also components in here that help your liver function better, so you can create more bile. And when you do that, you can emulsify fats and break them down and use them more efficiently, so you're less likely to store them. One of the other things we're going to use here, since I forgot a fork, is some peanut butter. Another great addition that smooths out the flavors of all the other ingredients. I use a lot. I like a lot of fat. Don't try that at home. It might cut your tongue off. Apple cider vinegar. Sounds crazy, but believe me, you put it in there, you don't really taste it. Fantastic with digestion, anti-candida. This is an unbelievable addition. This is superfood actually. It's by a guy named Dr. Schulz. I'm not promoting his product, but he makes a great product that is full of live foods that have been tumble dried, not heat processed, and it has just about every vitamin and mineral your body will ever need. And it's an easy thing, and you put it in there. It's fantastic. If you want to learn more about this, you can go to herbdoc.com and learn more. But any kind of superfood, as we've seen in the grocery stores or the health food stores, they're just loaded with nutrition, and they're a great asset to any shake. You put about a tablespoon in, and you get your day's worth of vitamins and minerals, and it's all assimilable because it's not made from chemicals, or at least this one is. And then your last thing is your protein powder. Okay? Like I talked about before in other blogs, this one is supposed to be made from cows that have no hormones, or they haven't been injected with bovine growth hormone. So it should be clean, or cleaner than most. It's a whey protein. I like them. I usually put it in last just to make sure it blends easy. So we're going to chop this up real quick. Alright you guys, simple, loaded with nutrition. I can't even begin to tell you how much your body's going to love you if you start putting things like this in your shake. It'll be great. It tastes awesome, believe it or not. I give people this, at first they're horrified, like, I'm not drinking that, it's got garlic in it, apple cider vinegar, it must taste like you know what. But you know what? It's good, and I love it, and I hope you guys try it, and I hope it works for you. Some options to think about. Everybody in my Fit Tribe, Here's to you. Cheers. It's unbelievable. And I realized I forgot something, and I really wanted to talk about it and at least have the option in your mind when you make shakes. It's fiber. I always add extra fiber to my shakes. It makes a lot of sense. We all know why. We've heard why fiber is good for us. But let me tell you about one of the new fibers I found called Chia. It's C-H-I-A. I found it at Whole Foods. It's like little pieces of grain. I don't know. They're kind of interesting. But they're loaded with omega-3s and all kinds of other minerals. So I thought it was an interesting fiber. It doesn't have a ton of fiber, but it seems to have a lot more nutritional value. But it has some. It's like 4 grams of fiber, I believe, in like a tablespoon. Another great fiber to use is psyllium husk. We've probably all heard about that. It's just a great tool to use every day to make sure you get added fiber and make sure you push and clean everything out of your digestive tract so that you are healthier. A lot of people don't know that 80% of your immune system is located in your digestive tract. So if your digestive tract isn't working great or your bacteria levels are off, you have a very good chance of getting ill. So keep that in mind. Another good fiber is flaxseed. I always usually add that. I didn't have that today, so that's another great option that I always put in as well. Loaded with omega-3s. I think on a prior blog I had talked about using ground flaxseed as opposed to the seed, because if you don't eat the seed or break it up, you won't absorb all of it. It's kind of true. You're better off grinding it, but what you have to understand about omega-3s is they're very unstable. So if you buy the flaxseed already ground up, you risk them being rancid, because you don't know where they come from. So you're always better off buying the seed, I believe, that will lock the omegas in so that they're not rancid, and then using like a coffee grinder or something to grind them up fresh and then add them, and that way you're ensured to absorb everything, all the nutrition you can, and you're not going to have rancid fats. So things to think about, but for sure adding fiber is very important, and I wanted to make sure I took the time to bring that to everybody's attention. So once again, thanks for coming to my kitchen. I'll be back soon, and everybody at My Fit Tribe, have a healthy, happy day. Bye-bye.